Growing up, I had to endure a lot of change, as everyone does, I think, whether it be moving schools or getting a new pet. So having all this change around me in LCS when we were moving teams or moving sponsors or moving teammates, I think I was just able to adapt to it. My name is Eugene Park. Some people know me as Pobelter. I grew up with one older sister and had a pretty typical middle-class upbringing. My sister would actually beat me in almost every game we played together. League of Legends was actually like the first game where I surpassed her. I went to Troy High School, and being an out-of-district student, I had to test in to get into their tech program, and I studied computer science a lot. I was surrounded by people who were just as smart as I was. In middle school, I was used to just getting like straight A's without even trying. And then I got here, and then I actually had to work my ass off to even get B's in certain classes, so that was certainly an eye-opener. League was definitely just a hobby in my first couple years of high school. I would just mysteriously disappear from school for a couple days, and people would be like, "Oh, where were you?" And I was like, "Oh, I was playing video games in New York. It's pretty rad." I knew that it changed from just a hobby to something I could pursue for years when Riot unveiled the LCS system, and also just comparing the explosive growth really from Season 1 World Championships to Season 3 World Championships, like selling out the Staples Center. That's pretty cool. At the beginning, my parents thought I was kind of a lunatic, and they just gradually shifted their opinion as I went throughout high school. At the beginning, it was, you're going to keep this as a hobby, you're going to go straight to college when you graduate. And then that slowly became, okay, you can pursue this, but you still need to go to college, to, okay, you can take a year off, we'll let you do that, to where I am now. I'm pretty sure my dad watches every single one of my games, so that's really nice to have that level of support from him. My mom, she just really valued stability over everything, so she would just love it if I dropped all of this, went to college, had a decent paying job, just a very stable life. During the beginning of my senior year, I turned 17, so that made me eligible finally to qualify and play in the LCS. And at the beginning, it was kind of sketchy because all my classmates are going to these prestigious colleges. They're going to have great jobs like 5 years down the line. And then I was just like, well, what if I fail? All that pressure's just gone as soon as the decision was made. It's actually really funny because our high school has a very high percentage rate of students that continue to go to a 4-year college. Usually you would expect someone that doesn't choose that route to just have bad grades or just have no ambitions in life. But me, it was just like, well, I'm gonna go play video games competitively. Even though I had good grades and stuff, I think it's kind of funny that I'm lumped into that statistic of people who didn't choose to go into a 4-year college. But I was just not getting any team offers, so I figured, maybe these teams don't want me because I can't put in the time, which is very fair. The CEO of EG, Alex Garfield, contacted me, and that was how I made it onto an LCS team. We had to play through the promotional tournament in order to qualify, but we ended up smashing the enemy team 3-0, and that's how it all started.
Same time, and EG are going to take the first game.
We were at relegations last split when I was on Winter Fox, and we got relegated, and that was kind of a big shock to almost everyone, I think. I think me, I think my team, I think everyone expected us to defeat TDK and keep our spot, but obviously it did not happen. I wasn't mad, I wasn't sad. If anything, I felt really relieved, actually, because the team was just not heading towards success.
They take down Winter Fox, and TDK earn themselves a spot in the LCS.
Joining CLG was definitely an eye-opener. There are games where I'm just like straight up carried by my teammates sometimes, so that's honestly really great to experience. Like, we just had a game versus enemy where I was pretty much deadweight. I'm Azir versus Xerath, and that's a very tough matchup, but Aphromoo just carried my ass with Bard ultis, so that's not something I ever really experienced on any other teams I've been on. People were super hyped for me at first, like, this guy's just gonna destroy everyone. He's been tearing it up in solo queue for years. And then I ended up being really disappointing during my showing on EG to a lot of fans. But I think right now on CLG, I'm doing really well. So I think I'm proving some of those people wrong and changing their minds.
He misses the anchor smash, and that means Pobelter gets the kill. Pobelter knocks down more.
Pobelter did work in that fight.
Joining CLG was something I had never experienced. I'm just finally able to play on a team as a team.